Could you tell me why in 2024 anyone is still wearing wigs that have noticeable knots? It just like baffles me, and I wore wigs with knots for like years, and let me tell you, it was so embarrassing. But here's the catch. Those knots actually make wigs more durable, which is a big deal if you want your wig to last you years to come. So today I'm going to show you guys how to hide these knots. If you guys have been wanting a wig that's going to last you a long time, but you don't want these noticeable knots on your forehead, I'm going to show you guys how to hide them so you don't have to walk around with them either. There is so many ways to hide knots without bleaching them that are just not talked about, and I'm going to show you every single one. So let's get into it. All right, let's dive into tip number 1. Something you might not have realized when you order a brunette or darker wigs is that you guys can actually see their knots. So let's really zoom in for a moment. I'm going to show you while I part this wig. You can really see the knots can be a lot more visible, especially if the site doesn't claim that they bleach them. So why do blonde wigs seem to look more natural? Showing a side by side of the same company with 2 different color wigs, you guys can see the knots look completely different. And it's because the hair was bleached onto the blonde wig, which is so duh. But a lot of us don't click onto that. Because the hair was bleached blonde, it messes with the knots and makes them basically invisible. But here's the silver lining. Brunette wigs actually haven't been through all that harsh bleaching, which means the hair is usually richer, healthier, and able to maintain its gorgeous look for much longer. So how do we hide them? So let's start off with something that you probably already have in your house and probably in your makeup drawer. You can simply just take some eyeshadow that is kind of close to your skin tone. I like to mix 2 together with like an edge brush or an edge tool. But here is where you guys probably always get it wrong. If you guys have tried this before, it didn't work, this is what you're doing wrong. So you need to take the brush and the product and wipe it off onto your hand. This makes the hugest difference. So you guys can see whenever I turn the lace over, there's not too much product. You can hardly even see the product. It actually took away some of the knots and it gives such a good result. But let's move on to a more powerful product. If you guys really want to get rid of your knots, let's get into something that has really changed these knots completely. Something that can terrify a lot of people is putting foundation on their lace to hide these knots because the color is never right. Our heads are much lighter than our face, so it's amazing to go in with something like wig makeup, like a knot eraser or something along these lines, because this is thicker and won't bleed as much onto the hair whenever you turn it over like foundation would. So what you want to do is you do not want to take this stick and like directly put it onto this lace. You want to kind of take a brush and wiggle it through just like I was doing with the eyeshadow and work it into this lace. This lace is actually normal lace, so it's much thicker and it won't rip easily. It's supposed to last you like a very long time, just like the knots, so you don't have to worry about damaging it too much. I've had laces that just like ripped with the slightest pull, and this one, like, you could pull on it, you could stretch it, you could do like a lot, and it's not going to do that. And if you guys have the same complexion as me, you guys can see that this lace is definitely going to match. And so like this company has some of the most luxury wigs ever. This wig specifically was designed for women who have sensitive scalp. I'm sure you guys have been noticing the back of this wig, that's why I'm mentioning it, and it's for people that have sensitive scalp. So if you guys have like, you feel like wigs are a little bit itchy on the head, you feel like they hurt your head, this wig has such a soft material inside with no combs, and they have like these little sticky tabs on the bottom to hold at the nape of the neck instead. So you can see here that the eraser is a bit yellowy. So if you guys need something lighter, I love going in with this one here. I'll even mix it with the knot eraser and it does the job so beautifully. It kind of adds a little bit of lightness that our scalp actually has instead of like a yellowy tone, especially if you guys, like, I have a yellow undertone, and so that's why this one matches me. This site that sells the knot eraser has a lot of other options as well, but I love this one too. This one works just as fine. So you guys can see whenever I flip it over, it is a lot lighter now, and the dots in the middle part are looking amazing. I like to actually take the product and put it on the top as well, but I don't start here. I like to start from the bottom, work my way to the top, so I have less product on the top part. And you guys can see it kind of bleeds through. Like, I like to take my spoolie and brush it in, but it kind of bleeds through the hair. So what I like to do is just take a normal baby wipe. You could take a cloth with some water and or some alcohol and just spray it and get rid of that excess that's onto the hair. I also love to do this exact steps all along the side of the wig. Since this wig is human hair and the lace runs to ear, those knots will go all the way down the sides of your face too. So let's put this Penelope wig on from UniWigs and see what these knots are looking like now that we are done. And let's get into cutting the lace too, because I love just seeing the final results. If you guys don't know how to cut your lace, UniWigs does offer, if you go to like the wig, you're gonna see, if you scroll down, there's gonna be an option for UniWigs to actually cut the lace for you. So let's get into tip number 4. The next thing that I'll do is, you guys can notice that the lace onto this wig, because I colored it and it was a little bit lighter, I have a lot of bronzer on into this video. So this is what it is looking like. It made the lace just like disappear for the first time ever. This is the first time I've ever done this, and it looked so good. So I thought I would show you guys exactly how it's looking. So now that this Penelope wig is fully done, she is going to last you so long. She looks amazing. She's going to last. She's super durable, but you don't have the problem of seeing the knots onto your lace. So if you guys want this wig, it will be in the description box down below. Let me know if you want to see more of how-tos like this one, and make sure to leave the strawberries to let me know that you guys are still here and still watching. It means the world to me whenever you guys let me know that you guys are still here, and I always answer back to my comments. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next. Bye guys.